So, when I was younger, I was technologically inclined and declined. Let me explain. For example, my father would rather spend $200 on a very nice steak dinner, but he would not invest the same money into a new video game console or any up-to-date or expensive, nice computer equipment. So we had very out-of-date stuff, and we were not fluent on modern technologies. So a concept like Wi-Fi would be fairly foreign to a 10-year-old me, because all I've seen was from my Nintendo DS, where it asked me to enter special WPE2 keys to access some mysterious wireless internet floating around the house that I don't have to plug into. Now, that was very nerve-wracking as a kid to use something of what seemed to be a high-caliber technology, but I had a friend who happened to be in the same grade as me and was my neighbor who did have Wi-Fi, and I would go over to his house all the time. One day, I did eventually get an iPod Touch, and if you can remember, iPod Touch has Wi-Fi built in. I was able to use the Wi-Fi, but we had none at our home, so I had to go over to my friend's house. At my friend's house, I would type in the special keys, and I would open up the forbidden YouTube app, a little TV where you could look up any video your heart desired. Now imagine a 10-year-old being given by God the power to look up anything he wants, when the day before, any piece of information he would have liked to know, he would have had to driven all the way down to a bookstore to get, and then read a book. So this was essentially just as frightening as watching X-rated videos for the first time. I would always go over to my friend's house and watch out like a drug addict doing drugs out in public watches out for the police. Eventually, I did get used to it, and I was turned on to the annoying orange. That was my original guilty pleasure.
I wrote a new song. It goes like this. Most annoying sound in the world.
And 2 years later, I began a YouTube channel, and thus began my exploration of YouTube and the internet.